Hey guys, welcome back to Arlie's Adventure. My name is Arlie and welcome to my channel. So I haven't made a video in a minute, um, but I decided, you know what? This is the time that people probably want to see like what's going on and where I live in LA. So I was in Mount Shasta last month, but now I'm in Los Angeles, and there's a reason why I came back. But we'll talk about that later. Right now, today is I believe March 23rd. Yeah, March 23rd, 2020, and we've been under stay-at-home order since Friday, which means only essential workers can go to work and non-essential workers stay at home. All non-essential businesses are closed down, and the only businesses that are open are like grocery stores, hardware stores, anything that sells essential items, convenience stores, pharmacies, hospitals, things like that. Restaurants, you can't dine in at the restaurants. You have to take out. So you place an order and you pick up. So that's what's going on. That's. So we had the 15-day social distancing that's been happening for a week, and that's been happening nationwide. But here in Los Angeles and California, we've been on a stay-at-home order since Friday. So today is Tuesday. Yesterday, uh, yesterday the president was saying that they're planning on opening up the economy instead of, how they were. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but or just everything they've been saying, that this might last, like this quarantine, this lockdown, this stay-at-home order might last months, right? So now there's, because of how it's affecting the economy, they're saying that we can do both. They can do like a like a health order where maybe just like people with less chances of getting sick, like less lower risk people can go back to work, or people under 40 can go back to work, and like people with higher risk will still remain under stay-at-home order because they want to open up the economy. But and then yesterday, literally, they were comparing this virus to, you know, to kind of like the flu, and saying again that the death rate is probably less than 1%. So we've gone from saying, oh, it's a hoax, oh, it's not as deadly, oh, it's the flu, to saying, oh, it's really deadly, that the death rate could be, anywhere from 3 to 5%, to now they want to say that it's again lower than 1%. So I just have been watching everything that's been going on from different sources since this started in Wuhan, China. I've been keeping an eye on it. Even when I was in Mount Shasta, I was keeping an eye on it. Before I left to Mount Shasta on January 28th, I was watching it, and around January 28th that week, we had like 35 deaths worldwide. So it wasn't as bad as it is right now. Um, Now we have a lot of deaths worldwide, and um, and the situation is only getting worse. But the thing is, how is the White House saying that this isn't as bad, when in reality, the reality here in California and Los Angeles is that people still can't get a test, even though we've gotten tests, like they have tested. People are still not getting tests. If you feel sick, if you feel shitty, if you came in contact with someone that tested positive, they're still not testing you. They're still not testing you. People are still not getting tested. So they don't know the numbers. They don't really know the numbers. So how can they say that it's less than 1% death rate? You know? And if that's the case, then why is the USS Mercy still coming to Los Angeles? It's like a medical ship coming. And you know, they they took all these measures, and now I feel like they're gonna try to downplay it at the cost of what? Human lives, you know? Is it worth it to them to let people die, but still have the economy, still have some sort of economy? I mean, the reality is that nobody really knows what's going to happen. But what is happening is that people are waking up and people are seeing how this system, the government, it doesn't work for us, like for the people, They don't care about us. Like, and and now we can see how fragile this whole system is, and how we've become dependent on the system, and we're not being self-sufficient. We're now, like, if you want to go to the store and buy something, like, you see empty shelves, and like you can't buy food like how you used to before, because people are panicking and the shelves are empty and they can't keep up with the demand. This is happening worldwide. It's not even happening just here in the United States. The shelves on the stores are getting empty worldwide. Okay, so yeah, like, everybody's learning from this horrible situation that's happening, and we're all seeing that we're not really efficient and sustainable. Like, if everybody's under lockdown, all the countries, how are countries going to get what they need? How are we going to get what we need? Like, this is a big eye opener situation, where it's a wake up call for humanity, for everybody to, like, wake the F up, and change things. Um, and, like, a lot of people are scared, and I understand, like, because fear is like the unknown, not knowing what's going to happen. That's what fear is. And a lot of people don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people are really scared because there is so many reasons to actually, yeah, like, be scared, especially if you're a low income family and you're out of work right now because your work is considered non-essential, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and maybe you have a baby at home, and, like, you need to buy formula and you can't even find it at home, or you can't even find toilet paper anymore, like, stuff like that. Like, there is legit reasons why people are worried. And then there's people that are okay, but they're just worried because the business side of it is hurting. So the government's been saying they're working on the stimulus, and the numbers have been changing. They've been saying they're going to give people, like, anywhere from $600 to $1,000 to, I don't know, $3,000 per family. But that's all chunk change here in California. The cost of living in Los Angeles is ridiculously high, and that's nothing. I think it's interesting how they're willing to bail out billion-dollar companies that, we've been on lockdown for maybe, what, like, less than 2 weeks, right? How is it that these billion-dollar companies can't survive 2 weeks without business? You know, how do they expect families that work paycheck to paycheck to be able to survive for 2 weeks? Like, these major companies are getting billion-dollar, like, bailouts, like stimulus, and we're just gonna get some chunk change. So, you got to think about that. It's like, if they're a billion-dollar company and they can't survive a month without business, then what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is money? Like, what is the point of having all that money if you can't survive? Like, I don't know. Think about it. I am thinking about everything. I'm looking at everything. Don't look at one headline and just don't just read a headline. Like, read the article and read multiple articles. Like, stay vigilant, stay aware, do research. Don't believe everything you see, but come up with your own ideas. Think, like, the collective consciousness is wonderful, and we're all waking up and we're all seeing with our own eyes the fuckery, and so right now, I've been working because my work is considered essential. I went back into HVAC. I actually, like, started my own company like a week or two before this whole shit happened, which probably wasn't a good idea, but I've been working, so I've been blessed. And but right now I'm at Home Depot because I want to come and get some seeds. So I'm in the parking lot. Um on the side of that, like, on side of my HVAC work, I'm also doing, like, gigs doing like Instacart, which is like grocery store delivery, and DoorDash, so delivering food. And when I go out, I do like wear a mask and cover myself, because we never know. Like, I'm looking at the science and what researchers are saying, because around the world there's so many scientists and doctors that have put so much data, and like people that are home that have the time have been doing research, and there's like good research, and there's you know there's information out there. So um what they're saying is this virus is very, 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 it spreads really quick, and if you have underlying issues or you're at high risk, like it can be really, really bad. Like uh it doesn't discriminate just with the elderly people. It could take anyone out, like kids, middle age, people my age, so it really depends on the individual. That's what this that's what makes this virus so crazy. um I read an article yesterday that says that this virus has a consciousness. And I mean, I don't know, like, if this virus is like a bioweapon. Like, it could be made, it could be a bioweapon because it's like a smart virus. And like, maybe it is, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get into something else. But I don't know, people, just take care of yourselves. I've been eating plant-based, so I feel like I'm good, and I'm still taking care of my immune system, and I'm still staying aware, and I'm still taking things to like keep my immune system up. And I think this is the time to really start taking care of your body, because your body is the only thing that can protect you from this virus. Like, your immune defense is the only thing that can protect you from this virus. And it's going to determine whether you get really sick or you get mildly sick, or maybe you just have like you're asymptomatic and don't even have symptoms. So you guys do the research, stay aware. Don't believe everything you see. Come up with your own conclusions. Keep an open mind. Don't live in fear. Just stay aware. If anything, like, we shouldn't be afraid. We should be angry. If we're gonna feel an emotion, it should be anger, because of what's coming or what can come. And yeah, so I'm gonna go into Home Depot, and thank you for watching my video. I'll try to make another video and keep you guys updated on the situation here in Los Angeles. I guess since we've been on stay-at-home order, since I've been driving on the freeway, I have noticeably noticed less traffic on the freeway, which is wonderful. But there is still a lot of people out on the streets, including me. I'm an essential worker. But also, I'm helping people, because legit, like, for example, with Instacart, let me show you guys Instacart. I delivered groceries to this 70-year-old woman that when I got to her house, she didn't even open the front door for me. And I understand she's really afraid, and she's a high risk person. And people like her need people like me, or people like that do the Instacart, to deliver groceries to them. So not everybody can go out to the grocery store and get their stuff, especially if they're high risk, and especially if this virus is as it spreads as fast as they say it does, and which it's looking like it does, guys. So don't doubt that. So yeah, people are still on the streets, and it's still less, but there's still a lot of people out there. So I feel like either one, people are gonna go back to work soon, and a lot of people are gonna die, and shit's gonna probably hit the fan. Or two, they're gonna see how serious this is, and actually really, really, like, do like a complete lockdown, which even includes essential workers, and like the National Guard and the FEMA are gonna come and help with that. So we'll see. We don't know. Nobody knows. But stay aware, stay awake, stay vigilant, and have a plan. Have a plan. Because if this does last a long time, it's springtime, guys. So it's time to like start growing our own food. And whether this doesn't last a long time or it does, it doesn't hurt to plant our own food, because why not? Look at the situation we're in. Let's learn from this. And what we have learned is that we have to be sustainable and self-sufficient, and like, you know, grow our own food and come together as a community, you know? Like, we can do this shit. We got this. All right, thanks for watching.